Hello everybody, I'm Fast Walker Away and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. We're still on the first fucking day, by the way, so you know, fun. We got through the first Sayori CG and now we're doing the poems on that save file. And I'm gonna have to, oh my god, dude. I'm still on the first day. It'd be so much faster if this was like a first playthrough and I was just doing one like specific thing, like one character. No, I'm doing the good ending now, so I have to do all of these and unlock all the CGs, and it's annoying. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Damn it, I forgot the voices again. Are you ready? Turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed that she finishes the page before me, so I could turn it on by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently lets go of the paper, letting it flare over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your own mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But, Gabriel, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. But wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Why are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, Monica's voice, which is literally just Yuri's voice, just slightly higher. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel finish to uh, feel in that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you go find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Siri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Siri is on a wrinkled sheet of a loose leaf from a Siri's is on a wrinkled sheet of a loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before? Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is almost as her demeanor entirely changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I'm not fucking reading this. Oh, great, I made her sad! I made Yuri sad, damn. She heard me through the game. She heard me say, I'm not fucking reading this, and she got so sad about that. Ah, it's the brat! And I'm gonna go grab some water. Oh, never mind, I have water right here. Hold up. Ahem. Am I ready to do Natsuki's voice? Hell no. I wasn't even ready for Sayori's voice. I wasn't ready for any of their voices. The voices are either really, really high or really, really low. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Hold up, I'm not ready to be reading out loud right now. Hold on. Oh great, I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club, reading it out loud, which is something I'm very terrible at, and I have to do this in like under an hour, and it's already been 11 minutes. Fuck. It's already been 11 minutes. I would be live streaming this if I could figure out how, but let's get ready. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being like, all like, ugh. I fucked up. Hold on. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, alright, I'm ready. You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Urgh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge you, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I'm gravitated toward the losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. I am stuttering a lot. When it comes to talking in general, I'm like smooth, because it's my own thoughts. This, I'm reading out loud, and I'm fucking stuttering the words. Give me a second. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh! I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough! Are you gonna keep green or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. Minori sounds an awful lot like Sayori, who's quite conveniently is also my favorite character in this game. But I'm not even gonna focus on this. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Y'all, I really need to work on my Natsuki voice. Oh shit, I didn't even read it. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. What are you looking at, Cat? There was nothing on the ceiling. What are you looking at? Stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monka just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? Only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some show. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. This is just the same thing. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Huh? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Why did I say opinion like that? Damn it, this Natsuki voice is fucking the way I pronounce things. Yeah, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things? In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's why I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. God, I hate doing the Natsuki voice. I really do hate my own Natsuki voice. and you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or lose that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I want to talk about Natsuki's version of Okay Everyone. I don't like it. In fact, I hate it. I hate this so much. It's genuinely driving me insane. Out of all the songs from DDLC that I've gotten used to, Natsuki's version of Okay Everyone fucking sucks. Hey, look, each save has each version of everyone from the game. You got Monica, Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki. Though if this was the order of my favorite characters list, it would be Sayori, Yuri, Monica, and Natsuki. The music didn't even change. That was a smooth transition. I never noticed that before. Alright, let's continue Sayori's path. Sayori. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Oh god, is that Natsuki? That was... No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you're late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Fuck you. We're going to Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just waste my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. Um, it's just that there were specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writing is when they're trying to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from topic matter, and they form the two together. This is just the same thing I read during Yuri's thing, but I don't know if it's gonna change or not, because I don't remember how that last one went. I've got to rewatch the video. Oh god, the rewatch. I should probably watch my videos to you know, get my own personal feedback on how to improve the voices. But I feel a burp coming up. I'm gonna mute my mic just in case. Well, I got that burp out. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Not so you can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Like I said, I'm not fucking reading this shit. And she's sad again. Good job, me. I made Yuri sad again. Thumbs up. It's better than making Sayori sad. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Well, I mean, she is writing in cursive. I can't read cursive. Cursive isn't bad handwriting. Just so you know, it's fancy. It's not bad handwriting. It's just I can't read it. It's a skill issue on my part. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Gabriel. Really? Oh, that's totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, at least perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbiotically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to get of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, that it won't be long before you pick up these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. How long have I been recording? 30 minutes already? We're probably gonna have to finish the Yuri's part here. And then next time, oh my god, am I even able to get through DDLC this October? I think this might be a whole either record immediately after thing, or just record this pretty much every day type of thing, just to even get past the just to get this done in October. Anyways, we're recording this full hour. Oh god, I gotta... It's hard! This is hard! Doing the voices. It's when you're trying to do Sayori and Natsuki, it's the same kind of pitch, but you just gotta find like medium length. You gotta find like this perfect point for those characters. Same with Yuri and Monica. It's like a high-low pitch for Monica, and even lower for Yuri. Natsuki's like all the way at the top, and Sayori's like kind of in the middle between Monica and Natsuki. I'm gonna try going in the middle so I can do the Sayori voice, but like it's really difficult. Hi again. Hi, Gabriel. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. That you are. You are always listening. Don't be afraid to bring the things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poems with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. You ever just like, you feel a burp coming up, but you can't burp? This is like the third time this has happened. What was in my water that's making me want to burp so much? God. I'm trying to read out loud and I'm recording. This is embarrassing. Don't worry, Gabriel. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Oh. She really is always listening. Gee. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone who's so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah. That's definitely not a big plot twist or anything. Yeah. That's totally unexpected. Well, To each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I'm peering inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real blind like a film, left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he was on the other side, just looking in. Subtle foreshadowing! So, what do you think? It's very freak form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. You realize she ain't real. That's what it is. God damn, the signs were all there. Sayori, Monica, Natsuki. Yuri was more of a wasn't really there kind of thing. It was just like around the end of the first act, and it was like really there. But the signs were still there. They were there, and we were all too dumb to notice until it was too late. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Just another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and write your way into his heart. No, I'm messing. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh, look, it's the only character that's left. Yay. "40 minutes. We got like 19 minutes left." Well, it's what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. I think you'll like it. I already read this. I ain't reading it again. And I don't like her version of okay everyone. I fucking don't. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my handwriting seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style won't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. Quit playing with the pencil. No more pencil for you to smack. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah. Guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way for my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch as each of their expressions changes. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Gabriel did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Gabriel liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki silently stands up. Here comes poem panic. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Gabriel appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would literally go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Gabriel started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve... I don't even know how to do both of them at once. I don't know how. I don't know how to do both of them at once. I'm just gonna do Natsuki. This doesn't involve you! Oh god, I got to do Siri. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they noticed as if they just noticed I was standing there. Gabriel, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. How do they explain that to her, Gabriel? Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey our complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Gabriel? Hell? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So of course, if that's going to be, help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless, I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah, everyone's fine. Everyone's fine is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fine when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Gabriel. Well, that's her problem. This is about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because they're of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also... Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same they always were. Big and beautiful. And I had to say that in Sayori's voice as well. Oh god. Not once have I... Reading this out loud, I'm laughing my ass off. Well, not really. A few giggles, sure. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is the vice president. Oh. That wasn't Monica's voice, that was me! So this is why Siri is the vice president. I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I may come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Siri is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun! Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Gabriel, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Gabriel! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Siri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Siri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I've heard they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they're good friends with you. Phew. You know, Gabriel, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think that everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. Hold up. Okay, that's not what I have on the stand. Sigh. It looks like Siri still has to call on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see how the future holds, Siri. I pat Siri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. Let's easily use Siri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah, let's do this. Oh, done. What time is it? Yeah, I think we'll end here. God, I still have to do Yuri and Natsuki, and then it's the second day, and then I'm still gonna have to do that, and then there's the third day, and then there's Sayori's, you all know what I'm talking about. Is the word on here? Yeah, the Sayori's, you know what? Not day, and then after that, it's the nightmare. Ugh. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.